Good morning, Crypto Chaos crew. How's it going? How's it going? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hope you're ready for another round. Oh, guys, it's actually a pretty good day. Pretty bullish looking day already. Gamma God is coming in clutch right out the gate. $2 super chats. Thank you, Gamma Goddess. Damn. We're definitely here to get this money. Definitely here to get this money, aren't we, Gamma? That's right. Gamma got us saying Grand Rising, Otaku and fam. That's right. Good morning, guys. Hope you're ready. Hope you're out of bed. Hope you got your coffee, as you're gonna need it. Today's gonna be a wild ride. We got a whole bunch of lineups today. We've got, of course, the Speak by Jerome Powell. He just opened with the Fed meeting today already. Looks like they're going to pretty much in session all day. I don't think he's going to be having a huge piece in that meeting until about 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. So keep an eye out for that. Also, yeah, we have Trump supposedly revealing the crypto capital or crypto. I guess allocations that they have today. So we're going to dive into some of those headlines and what else we can find before the market bell opens. We got about 7 minutes till the market bell opens here in the United States. Let's get started. Thanks again for Gamma for supporting the chaos in the morning. We got Cyclone. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, Cyclone. How you doing? How you been? Master Otaku, here we go. OG Boban. Here we go. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Crypto JPEG, good morning, and bring us the chaos. Oh, here, this is what I'm doing, man. I'm going to bring it to you. Bring it right to you. Hopefully we can find some more good stuff this morning when the open bell starts. But right now, it's looking pretty good. Just on the chart alone for Bitcoin, rolling on up, melting up from our baseline target all the way to the tippy top of basically the end of our rollover on our bull. I'll get into the chart here in a second, but you guys can kind of see that there. Behind all the noise. Oh, Jesus. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Richie Rich in the house. How's it going, Richie Rich? Of course, Gamma God is getting the day started with us as well. Cyclone with what's your best guess in the bear market? Will ZBEC go drop 90% like most coins? Yeah, most coins will, but I don't know about ZBEC. Maybe 70, maybe 60. My bets are a little bit more stability out of that project because it's already starting to see some utility, right? Where people are using it for payrolls already. So I don't think the project's going to go from 0 to hero and then 0. We're probably going to go back down to maybe 60-70% instead of that 90. All right, guys, let's get started. ZBEC just killing it too, man. Like still hanging out around 204. Again, guys, it's got the anarchy stamp of approval, doing whatever the hell it wants to do on my chart. Yeah, boy. Yes, it is. And it just wants to keep climbing. And if this follows my target to where we're headed, this would be amazing. I would love to see this break out to the macro. Hopefully we get past this. But if not, we'll bounce off that 1.5 target somewhere in that 1.5 level for ZBEC. There's going to be a lot of resistance to it around 1 penny. So keep an eye out for that. Previous all-time highs still right around 7. So still pretty early for ZBEC in the grand scheme of things. All right, guys, let's get into Bitcoin, right? What's going on, Bitcoin? When banana? When banana, damn it. When banana. It's looking like more like August. It looks like more like August now. As the Fed's still kind of like deciding, well, we're going to give us rate cuts or not. More than likely, we're not going to get rate cuts this month. Although it is pretty much the damn last days of the month. The 30th is going to be the Fed's rate decision on that. So yeah, coming soon. I did want to get into, we got about 5 minutes to the market open bell. I have just enough time. I could probably show you the opening from Powell. And then we'll get into, how we always win every single night. Win so much. With all, of course, a Crypto Chaos magic. All right, let's get into it. I have it on the sidelines here. One of these, not the other. Oh, yeah, here. Powell's opening remarks this morning, in case you guys missed it. It's very, very brief. Again, he's not really spoken much other than this yet. All right, here we go.
Let's get started. Good morning to everyone, and welcome to the Federal Reserve Board. I'm very pleased, though not surprised, to see such great interest in the topic of today's conference, the integrated review of the capital framework for large banks. And I want to thank Vice Chair for Supervision Bowman for having the great idea of holding this event at the outset of her term. I'd also like to thank Fed staff for their tireless work in putting the conference together. So today, we'll hear the perspectives of industry veterans, academics, and current and former policymakers who are all well-versed in the operations of large banks and the main pillars of the capital framework. A great benefit of this conference is the chance to consider all elements of the capital framework in concert, rather than look at each in isolation. We need to ensure that all the different pieces of the capital framework work together effectively. Doing so will help maintain a safe, sound, and efficient banking system for the benefit of the people we serve. The U.S. bank capital framework includes risk-based capital requirements, leverage requirements, the surcharge for the largest and most complex banks, and the stress tests. We will discuss the status of each of those elements and the road ahead in a comprehensive manner today. As this audience will know well, we have proposals outstanding or in the works across all four areas. Our regulatory capital framework and all banking rules are implemented through supervision, an area where Vice Chair for Supervision Bowman brings deep experience as a former banker and state supervisor. As she has noted, we need to make sure that our supervisory practices focus on the critical areas that determine safety and soundness. We need our large banks to be well capitalized and to manage their key risks well. And we need large banks to be free to compete with one another, with non-bank financial institutions and with banks in other jurisdictions to provide capital and support economic growth. The Fed is a dynamic institution. We're open to hearing new ideas and feedback on how to improve the capital framework for large banks, and I look forward to hearing from today's participants. Thanks again to all of you for joining us today. Thank you.
There we go. So there's the opening statement from Powell. That's all we have from Powell so far. Again, this is going to run all day, pretty much. This is the only day they have to work this week. So yeah, he's not even on the panel right now. That everyone's, of course, reviewing all of the current economic woes and the tariffs and all this nonsense. So anyway, the market bell opens in about a minute and a half. We're going to, of course, jump on over there and make sure we do not miss that. And then in the chat, Degger, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Again, good morning, Crypto Chaos family. All right, let's get back into Bitcoin real quick before they open the bell. Of course, guys, just reminding you, your daily dose of winning. It's just so stupid. Win so much, you may even get tired of winning. So damn tired of it, guys. I'm so tired of winning. So tired. Can't take it anymore. God. What am I referring to? If you guys are new, of course, I do Crypto Chaos Magic every single night, and we were calling for a baseline. I was pretty much like dead on, we were really on our baseline target, and yeah, I'm like baseline bearish, but guess what? We actually ended up baseline into our bull rollover. So that's pretty bullish, guys. We're going to start rolling over now, though, because the market's about to open, but still, for us to get up here above the end of our baseline before rolling over, when the forward market did not want to sell off any further, that's pretty bullish. That's actually good to see that there. All right, guys, of course, if you get out and catch the Crypto Chaos Magic every single night, we bring you the closest approximation of where Bitcoin is going to go based on just crazy psychology and market sentiment alone. Giving you not only the data, but also a little bit of magic at the end of our live every single night. All right, good morning, Neha in that chat. How's it going? Atilda and also here. What's up? Good morning, everyone. Joy, good morning. Also here, Twitch, my brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? It's going, man. It's going. This is a pretty good bullish setup for us today. We're going to see, of course, probably a rollover here in about 30 minutes. And yeah, we'll see something going. Hopefully we'll get a peek into the afternoon and get these altcoin season rolling in the right foot. Although my bets are still in August for altcoin season to really start going. But this is not looking bad. Not a bad start for today. Again, I want to... Oh, they're opening the bell now. Damn, almost missed it.
Fatigue, of course. We know
boom,
a whole bunch of risks staring us in the face, really getting into the heart of earnings season, just 8 days away from that Fed meeting next Wednesday. And for right now, it seems like traders are content to let the S&P 500 hover, and I stress hover, at these all-time highs. You can see that the bells are ringing over at the NASDAQ, down at the New York Stock Exchange as we officially get underway on this Tuesday. Hopefully, there's a little bit more action underneath the surface here.
There sure is, and traders are discerning this morning on earnings season. You have Lockheed Martin that was already down on the year. They cut its forecast after reporting a $1.6 billion loss on its aeronautics and helicopter businesses due to special charges. The stock down almost 9% at the open after more than 5% this year, Katie.
And we're also keeping an eye on General Motors actually beating estimates, but the automaker said
more earnings.
Added more than $1 billion in costs for the second quarter. We'll be speaking with the CFO in just over 10 minutes time. But I also want to talk a little bit about Kohl's here because shares are absolutely surging, up 85%.
What? Who's still shopping there? It's overpriced.
On record, if that holds through the close. Still looking for a reason here. We will keep you updated.
I guess
One
my mom's still
potential,
shopping there.
though, could be the fact that you have short interest clocking in at 48% of its float. So maybe a little bit of a short squeeze underway. We'll continue to monitor whatever is going on with Kohl's, but let's broaden out here because you have fund giants including Invesco, Fidelity, and JP Morgan really leaning into risky bets despite global trade tensions. Those firms are justifying that risk exposure with a Trump put, betting that President Trump's threats to disrupt the economic order will fall short of a complete collapse. That could suggest that sitting out of this market volatility is the riskiest position of all. Caval Capital Partners CEO Doug Sioka joins us now on that point. And Doug, it's interesting. At the same time that you have $7 trillion in money markets and growing, you also have the S&P 500 just going up and to the right. How are you making sense of the different cross currents at this point?
Yeah, thanks for having me on this morning. I think the market is in what we're calling kind of a greed with caution phase. I mean, there's certainly plenty of tailwinds, right? Earnings per share growth, it's early, right? But 83% of companies that are reporting right now are beating, so that's encouraging. So a very strong labor market, so that's fueling the consumer base of our economy that we rely on for propulsion. I mean, we do have modest improvement in like U.S. geopolitical standing, believe it or not, right? Despite some of the ongoing negative headlines. We've got currency weakness that helps multinational companies. And like I said, consumer resiliency. And keep in mind, Katie, that still 48% of the Russell 3000 are trading 20% below their 52-week highs. So if you broaden out, there's still some opportunity in investing in stocks for sure.
What an optimistic point of view on this. I think that this is exactly where I was going to go next, because if you look at the S&P equal weight versus the S&P 500, there is a divergence, and you're actually seeing, I'm stealing this from Kevin Gordon over at Schwab, another fresh 22-year low for that equal weight relative to the cap-weighted S&P 500. And it just shows you how much love there has been for the really big guys. I'm wondering how you feel about the catch-up trade. Who can be a part of it through the rest of the year when you still have tariffs weighing on some earnings?
Yeah, if you think about it, Sonali, right, you have four sectors that are really leading the U.S. market. And interestingly, I think everyone would be like, oh, technology. Well, technology's third behind industrials and utilities. You have two sectors of the S&P that are actually negative year to date, right? You've got consumer discretionary and healthcare. Healthcare down by almost 3.5% year to date, so underperforming by 1,000 basis points of the S&P. And certainly, right, investors over-extrapolated probably the enduring positive impacts of COVID. I think they are now over-extrapolating the negative impacts of RFK's policies. And undeniably, right, mean reversion is very strong, but people probably overestimate how quickly it's going to happen on both the way up and the way down. So I think if you're just taking opportunities, the dollar cost average and the names that have been underperforming, but that have really strong balance sheets, great total addressable markets, and really strong sight lines on future cash flow with a multinational bent, there's still a lot of places to put money to work in the equity market. And that doesn't even mention the fixed income universe, which we think is still very attractive.
Well, just to your point on healthcare, don't forget we have the...
All right. They talked enough about everything that's going on. I mean, $7 trillion sitting on the sidelines with that company alone, and they're just kind of playing it safe, DCAing. I mean, that's pretty bullish, I think. I mean, honestly, if I had that kind of money on the sidelines, I'd just throw half in and wait for the other half to go in and one of the big correction comes. All right, let's get going back into it. What else we have here today? We're still waiting for Fed Chair Powell to come out. Again, it's probably not going to come out until about 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to give you more updates as that develops. Also, Fox Business. I did want to show this one here. Of course, this is also very important today as well, as the White House is going to release crypto policy report. Today is the day. We've been waiting for this since March. They came out in March and said we were going to give you a crypto policy report on also the amount of coins that we're getting that we have in the United States. And of course, Trump, at the very beginning of his inauguration, gave us an entire list of things that he was looking at. Then he redacted that, so it was kind of weird on that weird True Social post back at the beginning of the year, back in like January, February. Things were looking really bullish back then. Of course, seeing at all-time highs for pretty much most coins. Right now, we're still trying to climb back to that. And again, your portfolio is probably looking pretty good today as we get closer and closer back to where we were back in January. January's rally. So yeah, this is going to come out today, guys. So just keep your ear open. This could happen anytime. Speaking of which, let's get back into some of the other news sources and see what else is happening. What in the world is this? No! There we go. Of course, I'm gathering all the news for free via newslive.com. That's right. You can watch everything free. Don't pay for something you get for free, guys. God damn it. Especially if you're cheap like me and just want a steep stack in sats and other coins.
And they have a chance to just take advantage of it. David, it would be...
That really doesn't pertain to anything to our space whatsoever. Let's take a look over here at Fox Business. What are they talking about this morning? Cigarette sales? Horrific.
Yes, I don't think
everyone needs a lot of cigarettes to get through this cycle. Oh, Jesus. All right, so there's really nothing happening right now on all of the news source outlets pertaining to our space. So let's get into, let's see if we can dig up any news today on any of the average news sites we cover every single day. CryptoNews.net is having issues. Let's see what we got. CoinDesk right here. Anything breaking? Usually you have to wait till about 10 p.m. for things to start breaking. Sharp links. Either Ethereum bet surpasses 13 billion after latest purchase. That's of course SharpLink Gaming. They're of course they have the Ethereum treasury. For those who do not know. Right, we got Citadel Securities warns against Rush tokenized securities rollouts. It's about an hour ago that one came out. So again, just saying that we're shooting the gun too early on a lot of this stuff. But when it comes to policymakers and securities over at the SEC. What else do we have here? Anything else that's really come on, we need some good juicy news this morning. Blockchain could boost covered bonds, but adoption faces major headwinds. I don't know. Hurdles. Moody's reports. Moody's notes the current blockchain use is mostly limited on the on-chain bond issuance, with certain key functions still reliant on off-chain infrastructure. This is actually a pretty bearish, I guess, out of Moody's. I guess Moody's, of course, just downgraded the U.S. National credit rating back in March, April. I forget how long it's been now. We haven't seen one of those in a while. Blockchain technology processes streamline and issuance management of covered bonds. Yes. Especially with stable coins. That's pretty much the idea. The main obstacles inside they need the anchor of the blockchain systems off-chain mortgage assets, legal uncertainties around smart contract enforceability, and regulatory concerns over using digital currencies for settlement. There's still a lot of issues with policymakers over the market stable or the market structure bill. Jesus. All right. Let's see what else we can dig up. Kathy Wood ARK loads up on Ethereum Treasury bet. Bitmine immersion. So it looks like Kathy Wood's also going the Ethereum route right now as well. So guys, altcoin season is going. It's going to get started. Even Kathy Wood and of course a lot of VCs are jumping on in. That's a very bullish outlook for altcoin season right around the corner. If everyone else is smelling the blood in the water. The sharks are here, man. The sharks are here. ChatGPT's 42 indicator Doge analyst. Analysis for Doge. What else do we have? 3 hours ago, Coinbase launches CFTC regulated perpetual futures for U.S. retail traders. That's interesting. That is a commodities a regulated ETF. What we have here? That's a futures, I guess a futures contract, whatever. SpaceX moves 152 million Bitcoin after 3 years. Is Elon Musk looking to dump Bitcoin? It came out 7 hours ago. 152 million. It's a decent bag. They're still one of the top 20 holders. I don't know if they're beyond that anymore. Everyone keeps stacking. We can take a look at that in Bitcoin treasuries real quick. But if they dump that, Yeah, Tesla, number 9. So, yeah, they're still in the top 10. Still in the top 10, holding 11,500 Bitcoin. All right. What else can we dig up? Treasury yield curve, bulls steepening. Ooh, what's this?
So you see prices.
So I think it's a pretty safe bet that that is going to continue to be the case.
I was
Not
behind.
to bring up the past, but you've criticized Sam Altman. I'm just wondering whether you.
Yeah, we missed it. All right. What else we got? CNBC stocks hold steady. JPAL's still not out there. And they're on recess over at newslive.com. All right, let's see what else we can get in the chat, guys. What coins are you guys most excited for right now? I can tell you right now that I'm really excited to see where Jasmine ends up at the end of all this, because it's been popping, guys. Especially after hours and the weekends too. Man, we had an explosive weekend on Sunday. Of course, shooting up to about 20%. 20%. If you actually take the whole entire weekend move from Friday to Saturday, Jasmine ran 25% up. It's crazy. We also had XCN move here recently too. Pretty much Bart Simpson most of that from yesterday. But yeah, we did get a big spike out of XCN, about 10% up. Swift Coin also doing the same thing. Usually, again, great trading pairs. I'm telling you guys, this is the ones I trade the most when it comes to the last 3 big peaks we had for XCN, Jasmine, and Swift, all moving similar patterns and price action as well. Usually it's XCN, then Jasmine, then Swift. So guys, just a heads up if you always want to participate in the swing trade. Again, only risk more, risk what you're willing to lose, right? Or the coins that you may not get back. You might be sitting on dollars. That silly fiat stuff we burn every single night here on the channel. Yeah, this shit. Oh, God. That's beautiful. What a piece of art. Anyway, what else we got here in the chat? Let me catch up with you guys real quick. And we got Beebs. Good morning, Beebs. Good morning. We got, yes, Crypto Otaku and future millionaires. How's it going, Beebs? How's it going? Hidegger says Solana has been crushing it. I'm stoked for alts. Yes. Yes, it has. We have everyone in the building. That's right, Grand Rising family. Gemma Goddess, of course, shouting out to everyone in the chat. We, of course, love you. Till the Hun, A-Guy, Crypto JPEG, Crypto Drunk is also here as well. Don't forget Crypto Drunk, Hidegger, Twitch, and Niha. Joy, A-Guy, Richie Rich as well, guys. Everybody's here. Open Door Technologies open was around 56 on July 1st. Today's at $3.70. Rumor, it has it that Wall Street bets are involved. Can we see another GameStop moment? We might. We might. They may leave that door open for a while. Can we see another GameStop moment? Yes. That'd be exciting if we actually do. Tola coming in with a $4 super sticker. Thank you, Tola, for supporting our channel this morning. Good morning yet again. Good morning, Crypto Chaos fam. What else we got here? Twitch, yes. Jasmine, yes, sir. 100%. Honey as well, says Twitch. Simon's Cat, Nadix, Miria, and Honey, says Connor. He's looking for those, of course, to rock it. Y'all already know XCN is my roll, dog. Gamma Goddess, of course, waiting for that big XCN blowout. I think it's still going to be one of the first ones to move out of those 3 anyway. Not me, not you, but who, says Ton Coin. Ton Coin's fallen a ton, near 20 market cap now. It was around 10, so could it get back up to top 10 market cap? We'll see. We will see soon. Hey, guys, says Jasmine, XCN, Swift, Zbeck, and Moonwell. Not a bad bag at all there. XCN, Swift, Jasmine, ZPCN, Miria. Yes, let's freaking go. Yeah, so you guys know what's up. We're about ready to see all of our bags pump in a crazy way as Bitcoin finally starts to take a back seat. Although, look at this wick, guys. Oh my God. I was expecting this to roll over already. It didn't. It just wicked right away, right back into place. So this is really bullish, guys. This can actually get tight and explode. Let's take a look real quick at the live order books brought to you by Kimba, the White Snow Lion. Anime reference to those who know, and of course, I am not affiliated. I just like the anime reference on my channel. Don't pay for something, get it for free. It's all over the YouTube, Dan. All over the YouTube. All right, so yeah, looks like what I was expecting to see here. Bulls starting to push a little harder this morning. This is crazy. They might, again, this might be a little of a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. Because again, we do have Powell to speak later this afternoon, and Trump. sometime today. So this could be what we see right now. A little bit of a run up before a pullback. Probably be after Powell stops speaking. So keep in mind that may happen, may not happen. It really depends on what Trump says, to be honest. I think what what Powell's going to say is pretty much going to be a nothing burger, as he usually is. All right, so this is interesting to see this kind of price action this morning. It's not something we normally see here in the United States after a move like that overnight. Usually we'll start to see a sell-off if they pumped our bags in the morning. But damn, guys, this keeps going. Let's keep going. It's probably going to roll over, come back down here somewhere right around 18.4, 18.5, maybe as low as 18 flat. It has gotten a lot of moves overnight. Although it kind of looks like it kind of looks like we just did. Oh, what a mess! This chart's a mess. My God. It's a double bottom here. Yeah, I mean that's pretty bullish, man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. These aren't really clear. It's on the 30-minute. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. This could just be creating a cup and handle on the 4 hour, the 1 hour. 1 hour looks still more double bottomy, but the 4 hours definitely got legs, which is weird. On the day chart too, it looks like a little tiny cup and handle forming. So we just gotta wait for that handle. All right, let's move on. See what else we can dig up today. See what else the TradFi news is rattling on about, and we'll come back to that in a bit. Again, the Fed chair is going to speak today, so keep an eye out for that. This is live right now. Of course, the Fed, they're talking about all the economic issues and, of course, the tariffs and, the uncertainty, and Powell doesn't get on stage again until 2:30 to address everyone. All right, at least that's what the headlines say. Oh, I got to get back into BB. Where's BB? There it is, BB. Doom. Right, General Motors is talking. We don't care about that. We got stocks holding steady, according to CNBC. Nasdaq is pushing. Let's see. EU won't keep promises on Trump on defense. Yeah, more politics and the like there. All right, let's see what other headlines we can dig up this morning. See anything else breaking. There is some breaking news here, though. SpaceX touches Bitcoin for the first time in 3 years. On-chain detectives take notice. So we already mentioned that on the headlines. Peter Schiff sells Ethereum and buys Bitcoin. I don't believe this. I saw this weird thing. We covered it last night. We just found it like randomly on the the Twitter feed, and Peter Schiff was shilling Bitcoin. He literally said it's a big mistake. You should not. He said you should not buy and hold Ethereum long term over Bitcoin. I'm like, what? Who the hell hacked his account? Infamous Bitcoin skeptic and proud gold bug Peter Schiff posted a curious message about his 1.1 million X followers on Monday afternoon, urging them to sell Ethereum and use the proceeds to buy Bitcoin instead. What in the hell is going on in the mind of Schiff? So who once compared to Schiff once compared the dominant cryptocurrency to the bulbs, tulip bulbs of the Dutch Republic's 1634 tulip mania, which had been chastising Bitcoiners, ridiculing the notion of digital gold for more than a decade now. I don't see Bitcoin as an alternative to gold, Schiff said once in 2013 CNBC interview. It's no better than the fiat currency, but after engaging with the Bitcoin community for years, even Schiff can't deny how successful the digital asset has become. Surprisingly, he spoke at the 2025 Bitcoin conference, basically demeaned most of us as Bitcoiners in Las Vegas this year in 2025, albeit his antagonist and not as a proponent. But on Monday, Schiff told his audience to dump ETH and invest the profits into Bitcoin. Ethereum is back to near the upper end of its trading range again. If you own any, it's a great time to sell. It's weird because, again, Fundstrat's Tom Lee, even I just showed you, as of 6 hours ago, Cathie Wood's company just started moving from their holdings into more Ethereum. Schiff said as a part, much as it pains him to say, selling Ethereum and buying Bitcoin with the proceeds is a better trade than holding Ethereum. Very weird, guys. Very weird. Again, I thought I was dreaming. I thought it was a fever dream here on the stream, but nope, it's a thing.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, jeez. So yeah, I don't think he's really plugged into our space at all still yet. Still kind of learning. It's taking him a long time to learn. Altcoin season, of course, all things are going to be moving with Ethereum. Bitcoin's going to take a little bit of a back seat, but I think with the institutional demand and governments and everything else, and we're going to, of course, announce some sort of allocation strategy in the United States for the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Got to figure out exactly how much we're actually holding and what entities hold them and get them into a nice solid bag for America. I mean, if they really do only have 28,900, whatever the report was by the U.S. Marshals, that's a concern. And again, even if we hold more than that and it's being held by, like, say, partially the CIA and the FBI and the NSA, and they all have, like, 10,000 coins, 20,000 coins here or whatever here and there spread throughout the entire damn government, then what good does that do that we know that we're not spending that and we're actually holding it? I don't know. All right, let me get back into quit this rant real quick and get back in the chat real quick. How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beebs says Bitcoin dominance is up a bit today. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance for Beebs. I think it's a good thing, of course, to be keeping on the track of. This morning we're back to 61%. 61, yes, we're back to 61%, up about 1% from yesterday. The lows hitting close to that 60.4, the lowest we've seen, 60.4 on Bitcoin dominance. So yeah, it did come back up again. Look at that. Someone over the evening hours were buying up some Bitcoin while we were sleeping. But damn, dude, we did roll this over fast from about 65, 66, almost 66 to about where we are now, 60% dominance. All right, let's see what else we got in the chat here. Hit that like button and subscribe. Yes, OG Boban reminding everyone I need to shill harder. That's right, I need to shill harder. We get the channel up to 1,000 subs, guys, so we can unlock all the superpowers. I'm just a baby in the space right now, and of course, I've got big plans for the show. We're basically gonna be the Pee-wee's Playhouse of crypto. It's gonna get crazy, guys. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. And the studio every day is looking amazing. I can't wait to see where we're going to be at the end of the year with the studio. Holy crap, guys. I just hung like a whole bunch of shelves over there. And we've got, oh my God, I get the TV out. All the screens are off the freaking tables now and the desks. I'm excited. I'm excited. What we got here as, hit that like button. Yes, as Portnoy says, sell the dip, buy the top. That's right, OG Boban. What an idiot. What an idiot. What a maroob. What a rube. Oh, jeez. Okay, Brayhard McFreedom says, good morning, Otaku and fam. Yes, good morning, Crypto Chaos crew. A guy says, does that mean that he's buying if he's telling us to sell? He does have an allocation to Bitcoin. People are sending him Bitcoin. I don't think he's paid for any of it, but yeah, I guess he has, Bitcoin. Milk Money says, good morning, everyone. Yes, and bringing on the flames. Thank you again for sharing those flames, my guy. Keeping the show alive. Again, guys, it doesn't cost anything to support the channel. I appreciate it. Morning, Milk Money. Yes, good morning, Let's get this money, guys. All right, let's see what else we can dig up today. Let's take a look at general sentiment this morning, too. Let's take a look and see how stock market is looking. Crypto and the likes of the rest of the bubbles. All right, so crypto fear and greed right now sitting at 72 in greed. Not bad, not bad. We got the Dixie right now sitting at 97.7, rolling over from its 98. It's strong, holding on strong 98 this week, lying to last week. From last week, yeah, we're starting to roll this over again. It's great to see this here. We got so close to breaking out the 99, right, around all the news around the stablecoin bills. But the reality is none of that's going to actually take effect until 120 days from now. So here we go back down to zero, where the dollar belongs, because it's just paper money, guys. We literally, it's just promises, it's IOUs. It's silly stuff we burn every single night. It's amazing what we still use this crap in society. Anyway, okay, moving on. All right, I'm also missing the stock market right now. How's the stock market feeling before we get into crypto bubbles? Because it looks like got some pain ahead. It's looking at greed in 73, so about the same fear and greed index from the crypto fear and greed index as well. Right now, we got the bubbles right now on the 200, the 100, everything rolling over, consolidating. Again, we had a huge day yesterday. Everything was up like freaking 10-20%. So yeah, we do of course expect a big pullback. This is not that bad though. It's only 2 or 3% on average here. And the top 200 about 4.5%. ZPEX still looking strong today. Look at this, guys. This coin does whatever the hell it wants again, guys. Giving it, of course, the anarchy stamp of approval. My God, I love it. I love that this coin does whatever the hell it wants. And it's not the first time either, guys. I've showed you this multiple times. I've got screenshots on my phone. Where the hell's my phone? Where literally every coin in the market is down, and Zebek's the only thing up. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's great. Let's see if I can find it here. Show you guys what I'm talking about. So silly, so silly. Got screenshots. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I can't find it right now. I don't know where it went. I showed it the other day, though. You guys saw it. Anyway, yes. Let's get back into TradFi news, see what they're rattling on about now, as the market is rolling over a little bit before Powell speaks. This actually is pretty good. The more red we see before Powell gets on, or before Trump says something, the better. Let's make sure we didn't miss any of that, though. I'm going to refresh some of the news sites. Of course, we're tracking the chaos and the breaking news every single morning. It's what we do. Peter Schiff, yes. Nothing else new on BitcoinNews.com. We've got CryptoNews.net. Nothing else there. Okay, let's get back to TradFi news real quick. See if anything else is updating. Yeah, we just got Kramer looking up every damn freaking ticker, and just doing his methodical nonsense over it. Geez, Kramer. Yeah, and then we got Fox Business on break. Yep, everyone's on break. Getting back to the Fed meeting right now. Anything? Looks like we still didn't see any of Powell. He's just hanging out in the background right there. My God. Letting his lackeys do all the work, I guess. Let's take a look and see what they're talking about right now.
With when also Treasury intermediation is important, but ensuring, which is why we talk about a targeted approach that specifically excludes cash, for example, because banks tend to be that shock absorber of cash and deposits, whether it be in the immediate stress or afterwards as a result of monetary or fiscal policy. And banks having the ability to support that in periods, particularly volatility or stress, is important. And I agree that both supplemental leverage ratio as well as the tier 1 leverage ratio should also focus on that.
Yes, and I think just to reinforce that, making sure the leverage ratio doesn't impede the banking system when the Fed is doing QE and adding to those deposits that you were talking about, and that's at the Bank.
They don't want us to play.
Exempted deposits at the Bank of England when we wanted to make sure that was so. I think. So as I said, I would be opposed to exempting treasuries blanket, but I think thinking about exempting deposits at the Federal Reserve from the denominator, along with the other things, is worth consideration.
And that's a good point.
Can we just consider ending the Fed? How about that? Is that an option? How about a free market and we end the Fed? Only trading with real assets. Anyway, no, we gotta keep the IOUs going. All right, whatever. Let's see what else we got. And everyone is on break right now. Holy crap! Wow, everybody on break. All right, let's see if we can track down any more news. Again, Trump's supposed to speak today on crypto policy and hopefully the amount of coins that we actually hold. Get some clarity there. Or JP Morgan eyes crypto-backed loans in breakthrough pivot. This is crazy. Again, we're going to be looking at assets, as collateral for real estate now, right? We're going to get credit ratings based on the crypto we hold, and all this crazy stuff is coming. Once they're allowed to allocate and hold crypto assets for their customers. Wall Street giant may soon offer Bitcoin and Ethereum-backed loans, signaling deeper institutional interest in digital asset finance. This is crazy because this is JP Morgan, JP Diamond standing right there with a smug look on his face. Oh my God. Jesus.
Are you stupid?
Of course, he's been highly negative about our space for quite a while now. I think it's all just been kind of a poker face, to be honest. JP Morgan Chase is reportedly exploring the option of offering loans backed by clients' cryptocurrency holdings. According to the report, Financial Times, the banking giant is exploring plans to offer loans backed by clients' cryptocurrency holdings, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the service could launch as early as next year, signaling a notable shift in the current firm's approach to digital assets. That would be right on target. 100 days from now, they get pretty much clarity with stablecoins. They get their JP Morgan coin launched, and boom, there it is. Why not? Fully able to integrate crypto into their firm. All right, so JP Morgan's changing stance. Again, as I already kind of brought up some old, old past there. We don't need to read that. Wall Street wakes up to digital assets. The potential launch comes a broader push by U.S. banks to get into the digital asset space. Both Bank of America and Citibank are reportedly working on stablecoin initiatives. Again, everyone's going to have their own stablecoins, right? As pressure builds in Washington to modernize financial infrastructure and clarify crypto regulation, JP Morgan, too, has hinted at the deeper involvement of blockchain and tokenized assets, even while maintaining a cautious public posture. All right. From DeFi to Wall Street, and why does this matter? The JP Morgan is yet to confirm the report. Move highlights the growing trend. Wall Street is taking crypto seriously, and a regulatory framework will evolve. The line between traditional and digital finance is beginning to blur, and this is why I say we are probably sooner rather than later ready for an extended type of period or cycle or whatever you want to call it, as everyone gets there, actually utilizes crypto. When everyone's utilizing crypto, we're not going to get these cycles anymore. It's going to be a thing of the past. So the sooner these things kind of take off, and it could start as early as next year with the stablecoins affecting the market in a huge way, because everyone's going to be in and out of crypto faster and more efficient than they ever were before with traditional means into, of course, Web3. All right, moving on. Anything else breaking? What about Trump today? When is he talking? Well, let's see if we can dig up any more about that. Let me get back in the chat too after this. Trump, to July 22nd. And he's supposed to be talking about crypto policy today. It's the biggest narrative we have today, other than Trump, Jerome Powell just saying some nonsense, nothing burger at 2:30. Trump signed the Genius Act into law. It's historic. He's supposed to talk about policy today. First class policy report 23 hours ago, 4 days ago. Here's 4 hours ago. 5 things. That's the Genius Act. Nothing else pertaining to today in the news. He's supposed to talk today. We don't know when. We don't know that. Trump media stocks. Yes. Trump. So policy report tomorrow. Still no time frame. What the hell's with this website? Holy crap! What a bunch of hoopla. God. All right. So yeah. We're still waiting. I got about half hour left to go in this show, guys. It could happen. Let's get back into the news here. Looks like they're taking a break over at the Fed. And Coinbase. We're talking about Coinbase over on CNBC right now.
With Coinbase to pilot JPMD, a deposit token managed by blockchain technology. And guys, later in the hour, we'll sit down exclusively with Bill Demchak, the CEO of PNC, to discuss this new partnership with Coinbase, the company's recent earnings, and bank regulation, as he's here in Washington attending the Fed's Capital Conference, guys.
It's interesting. We spoke to the Schwab CEO last week, and Rick Wurster, and he was saying that they're looking to create a Coinbase competitor, that they want to eventually roll out a platform where you can actually buy spot Bitcoin or Ether. It feels like we're now getting lots of strategies, but divergent strategies. You either beat them or you join them.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It feels like we're at this inflection point with crypto in the traditional banking system, and perhaps a lot of that has to do with the crypto week that we saw last year. But you're right, Sarah, the banking executives are kind of this mindset now where they either kind of beat them, or they risk a lot of their clients going over to competitors, and they risk losing those deposits that way. And that's why on a lot of the earnings calls last week, you heard CEOs talking about how they're exploring issuing their own stablecoin. Will there be a consortium of maybe big banks that kind of come together to give those stablecoins more of a purpose outside of their own firms? A lot of it's up in the air, but there's a lot of work being done in this space right now in this partnership, just the latest indication of that.
We haven't mentioned this morning, Leslie, this report that JP Morgan's considering offering loans backed by clients' crypto holdings. That'd be a new wrinkle.
Yeah. That was really interesting, just given the overall volatility of the crypto space. So it's certainly kind of an interesting, I'll be curious to hear more details about how they plan to establish that, because of course the challenge in lending against crypto assets is, of course, if the volatility ensues and then you have these longer dated loans, how you kind of match that on the balance sheet. But I'm sure they're working through all of those details.
Okay, thank you, Leslie. Looking forward to hearing from Bill Demchak with you later in the hour. In the meantime, guys, we are getting earnings. We're right in the thick of it right now. And one of the areas we're watching is how companies are dealing with tariffs and responding to tariffs. And overall, it does feel like it's, again, not as bad as what was feared. And that's perhaps why.
Yeah. All right. So, that was not bad. Looks like, of course, JP Morgan's stock is rising on that news, which is, again, that's kind of bullish. We've seen the likes of, like, GameStop coming out saying they're going to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve or treasury, right? And they freaking plummet. Then JP Morgan's like, oh, yeah, we're going to have Bitcoin-backed loans and Ethereum-backed loans. So, that's ridiculous. The world is so skewed and manipulated. All right, guys, what else we got? Let me get back into the chat here if we don't see anything else popping up. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. We could get an update real quick. Best in sees China tariffs. Truce extended in Sweden next week. Yeah, that closes this Coles thing on the Bloomberg terminal. All right. Let's see what else we got here in the chat before we get any further. Yes. We got that. Beeps. Zebek says, hold my beer. Seriously. It's just running, man. It's running. Massive Dynamics. How's it going? Good morning, Massive Dynamics. Hi, when do you sell everything? And at what price? What the hell, my guy?
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, Jesus. Buy everything now, sell everything later. For high prices, my guy. It's such a blanket statement. Like, what coin, man? What coin? What are you looking at, man? What are you looking at? Seriously. Okay, let's see here. Never sell, says OG Boban. Never sell. There might be, of course, a narrative for that as well, OG. Of course, there's a great incentive for holding some moon bags. Grand Rising says, at Braveheart and McMoney. Oh, geez. Good morning. That's right, Magman and Jake the Snake in the house. Good morning, Chaos crew. How's it going? What is up, the peoples? Shill harder, says Jake the Snake. That's right. Damn it. That's right. I got to shill harder. Thank you, of course, for reminding me to shill harder, guys. If you have not hit that like or sub button, please hit that on the way out. Would, of course, appreciate that. It doesn't cost a single thing to support that channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Guys, look at this. We got to get that to 1,000. All right, guys, let's go. Thanks again, Jake. Hope you're doing well. We love you, Jake. All right, let's see what else we can dig up today. Again, big narratives today, just in case you just tuned in. Waiting for Trump to come out and talk about crypto policy. That's supposed to happen today. Hopefully we get an official reading on how much coins we actually hold in America as a country. And Fed Jerome Powell is talking at 2:30 p.m. He's kind of sitting on the sidelines right now at the Fed, the Capitol Rules meeting. So that's what's going on right now. We're just kind of back and forth between all the news outlets just to kind of see what else is breaking. JP Morgan has a headlining today as well with Bitcoin and Ethereum-backed loans, offering that in, of course, Chase banks. In the future, as soon as next year, again, lining up perfectly with the stable coins and when those are going to pop off and around 120 days from now. All right. What else can we dig up? And oh yeah, I got a chiropractic appointment today. I don't know if I told you guys, but I had a trip like what was it? Like it was like back in May. I had that trip, and I was taking out one of my headrests to put one of my seats down, and oh, I pulled something in my back. I think I actually might have herniated a disc. It feels a little better now than it used to, but oh my god. Oh yeah, that back pain right there. That's stupid. I'm telling this stupid story. Right around that area. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get over it. I'm resilient. I'm very clumsy though. All right, let's get back into it. Oh god. Let me know how you guys are doing today. What coins you're most excited about right now? I know I asked that earlier, but my god, dude, ZBEC is just blowing me away. Blowing me away. And blowing everything else out of the water too. Holy crap! Just higher highs, higher highs. Every single like every other day basically since the beginning of the month. It's looking pretty good though. Again, if we follow this chart all the way up to the top of the macro channel, it's about 1.5 cents. Would love to see it. Love to see it break up here somewhere and break out. All the coins, of course, still have to get above their previous highs and break out as well, like Jasmine, of course. All these coins also seeming like they want to do it. They want to do it here in the next month or two. Again, so it's going to be a good run, guys. It's going to be a good run. We just got to stay around for it. Bitcoin had a bit of a pullback now, sitting at 18.3. We ran this all the way up to about 19.5, 19.7 this morning. It was exciting. Very exciting. Of course, was not expecting that to pop off like that. But, of course, returning back down to our baseline target. Nothing new to see here other than it is wicking. It is wicking right there at the baseline. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Again, guys, I'm tired of freaking winning. I'm tired of it.
You're gonna win so much, you may even
damn
get
it.
tired of winning.
Ah!
Please, please, too much winning. Can't take it anymore.
It's just another day. It's just another freaking day. Oh, jeez. Yep. Okay. That's probably as much as I can show it without getting banned. Let's get back into it, guys. What else is Bloomberg rattling on about now? Lululemon. Yep, that's one of the older banks. Yep, Lululemon. They're also going to get into crypto soon as well. BNY, Mellon, all that stuff. And everyone else is still on break. Okay, let's check the headlines. Let's see what anything else popping off here. Anything breaking. As of 10 minutes ago, Transact provides fiat gateway for Solana and MetaMask Solana support. Interesting. If you guys use a MetaMask, looks like they're getting. It used to be more of an Ethereum, backed wallet, but yeah, it looks like MetaMask supports the Solana blockchain natively now and allows users to purchase Solana directly within its wallet using Transact's payment infrastructure. So much bullish announcements of Solana's ecosystem in the last week. It's crazy. Of course, Solana has been popping off like crazy, and doesn't hurt, of course, the price action of ZBEC either. So direct Solana purchases go live in MetaMask wallet through Transact. The interaction with Transact effectively in July 22nd, that's up to today, follows MetaMask's first native support for the blockchain operating outside of Ethereum's virtual machine. Users can buy Solana using local fiat currency through credit debit cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Oh, I can use credit cards? I'm going to be dangerous now, guys. Let's freaking go.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh man, I'm gonna. This is gonna be a dangerous thing for me. Okay, but anyway, So this is a significant milestone for MetaMask. Lorenzo Santos, senior product manager at MetaMask, remarked. He noted the Solana's prominent Web3 prominence in Web3 and stated the partnership with Transact simplifies onboarding by enabling local currency purchases. There aren't that many places where you can onboard with a credit card, though. MetaMask, a Web3 wallet widely used for accessing Ethereum-based applications, previously expanded on on-ramp support for numerous EVM chains. The announcement shared with Bitcoin.com news explaining that Transact has been a key infrastructure providing MetaMask since 2021. Solana Edition aims to reduce the need for multiple wallets across different blockchains. Solana reported a 3.84 million monthly active addresses in the first quarter of 2025. I mean, I guess that's not bad. It could be a lot more. I wonder what the second quarter is going to look like with the normies getting in a little bit more now. The crypto firm Transact provides payment infrastructures for over 450 platforms globally. Yada, yada, yada. Building on the existing relationship with MetaMask and Solana. MetaMask also confirms plans to add Bitcoin network support next. Damn! Damn! We're going to get direct Bitcoin support on MetaMask soon. Dang, this is crazy. This is what Web3 always was meant to be: open, accessible, and chain agnostic, says Sammy Start, CEO of Transact. Bullish, very bullish. Hoping to see, I don't know why they did. Well, I guess they're doing everything in house, so Transact is the method they're using. But they could have had all this already if they would have went to the likes of like Chainlink or something. Anyway, all right, moving on. Let's see what else we can dig up. That was pretty breaking and good. I like that. Might have to play around with that and see if I can get some onboarding with credit cards. Not financial advice again. Not financial advice.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah, probably. All right. Old Robinhood tokenized stocks really take over the world? I don't know. They don't really offer that much crypto on their platform still. And they just started staking this year. That was something that you've been able to do on like every exchange. Anyway, since the last bull market and the bear market. Tokenized stocks could be huge for mainstream adoption on crypto, but critics say that they don't provide legal ownership and failed last cycle. So they're looking kind of bearish on whatever the hell Robinhood wants to do. Vlad Tenev bounded onto the stage in Cannes 2 weeks ago, channeling old-time movie star David Niven in his white suit and cravat. Everyone's been talking about the tokenized stocks. It certainly seems like a big deal for mainstream adoption of crypto. With 26 million retail customers, tokenizing stocks on retail normies, you mean? I kid. All right. Anyway, there are no crypto wallets or seed phrases required, and Tinev suggests it's a test run for wider integration of crypto, a demonstration of what Robinhood itself could look like, but built entirely on blockchain technology. All right, so that's what they're doing with tokenized stocks. I don't want to read any further out of that there, but yeah, Robinhood, the number one avenue for the normies to get involved in crypto. Continues with the tokenized stock offerings. Okay, what else we got? Let's get back into, we got Fed Trail Powell is still, sitting on the sidelines waiting for him to get up there. Let's see what they're talking about right now. I've got about 10 more minutes, guys, then I got to go to that chiropractor appointment.
The idea of a regulatory reset. Let's keep banks safe and sound, but rip out as much bureaucracy and red tape as possible.
Really? You have physical red tape? Oh, my God.
Look,
that point.
First, thank you, regulators, for what you did after the global financial crisis. You made the system so much more strong than elsewhere around the world, and I'll spend 2.5 minutes on these. But the system today, it's too confusing, too constraining, and too costly. And when I worked here in this building 35 years ago, the capital rules were simple and weak. And today they are complex and strong, so let's make them simpler and strong. And I did a proprietary survey to institutional investors. Those are the largest pension, hedge funds, mutual funds around. And 9 out of 10 investors, these are the owners of the banks, find the capital rules confusing. There's too much regulatory risk. Regulatory risk wasn't even a phrase a few decades ago. There's other risks you have to contend with, not the 4 words that strike at the heart of investors. What will regulators do? There's too many targets, it's acronym soup, and too much capital volatility. It's too much of a black box. You don't know the cost of goods sold until after the fact. I mean, if you're selling steak au poivre and you don't know the cost of the steak till after that's a problem. Look, nobody wants to go back to 2007, but right now the pendulum swung too far. Same investor survey, 9 out of 10 investors find regulation too strict.
Yep.
Too much marginalization of banks. If you look at loan growth by decade, the last few years it's been flat to negative, inflation adjusted. Too much disintermediation, marginalization of banks, too much business leaving the banking system. and too much disregard of de-risking. 15 years. You've done a great job, regulators, as of 10 years ago. You've doubled capital roughly. You've doubled liquid assets. Banks have not stretched for loan growth. But as I learned here, I learned my best lessons here at the board 35 years ago. If it grows like a weed, maybe it's a weed. Banks have not been growing loans like a weed. And look at what the $7 trillion investment-grade bond market says about bank safety. They're saying banks are safe. In fact, they've said banks are safe for most of the period for the last decade. And it's too costly. These are our best estimates, but roughly 20% of bank expenses are related to regulatory, compliance, cyber, all in. Yeah. And then when we poll large banks, they think they could maybe save 10 to 20% of that. So you're looking at a possibility of saving 4% of expenses. And in our investor survey, what investors are looking for are greater efficiency from regulation and greater loan growth. And there's too many moats around the largest banks. Talk about unintended consequences. By the way, when I worked in the application, the merger group here 35 years ago, we would approve mergers in 60 days. And we had one review said I looked at 100 applications in a year or something. And the unintended consequence is, fine, I'll just keep increasing my price targets on the largest banks. We should have more trillion-dollar banks to compete against.
For those just joining in, we're watching a slide that's being presented to the Fed right now from Wells Fargo. And it's actually a really interesting slide. I have to get it to them on the concerns of investors when it comes to investing capital right now in this regulatory environment.
Complexity, targets, volatility, marginalization, disintermediation, expenses, loss of talent. But there's hope.
Cut the red tape.
The hope is this. I had to bring children's scissors to
oh
the
my
metal detector
God.
in the airport. So,
really?
Well, this is the hope, okay? That's the hope. And the end result here then is just win-win-win. Regulators, you can have more efficient oversight. The banks, yes, they'll be more profitable, more efficient, but the customers will have better terms and more options. So with that, I was going to hand this over to Phil, who can describe how we got to the state in Basel III.
Oh, blimey.
All right, guys. So, yeah, I didn't want to show that there. But, yeah, they're passing that on to... anyway, we can't spend any more time on this. We got to switch on over and see if there's anything else breaking while they're talking. Intraday trading right now. Bloomberg's covering that. We got Coca-Cola over on CNBC, and we got Hunter Biden. Oh no, another Hunter Biden conversation on Fox Business. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? The thing is still not dead. Holy crap! Oh man. How's his laptop doing? Oh my god. Silly nonsense. All right, what else we got in the news? Anything else breaking? We have actually had a pretty good run this morning on breaking news. Not gonna lie. Looking pretty good. I'm surprised we found as much as we have. A new Bitcoin analyst says most explosive phase is 140K is close. This is as of 50 seconds ago that just came out. It's just kind of an opinion piece, though. It's nothing really breaking or like earth-shattering in terms of news. So I'm just pretty much going to ignore that. Pretty self-explanatory, too. Someone thinks it's going to go to 140K. Well, we've also been calling that, too, for quite a while here on the channel. Of course, as you can zoom out, you can see what we've been looking at on the daily chart, other than the banana. We've been looking at, of course, this giant cup and handle that we've been in, and we're, of course, out of the handle now, and we're waiting for the explosive upside to go. The highest that we're probably looking at is somewhere between 130, 140K, at least of the first leg up, and we still haven't seen that first real leg up yet. We kind of got a bit of a stop right around 120K. So that's the idea everyone's talking about. When you see those traders, oh yeah, or 137, 140K breakout, yeah, of course it's coming, it's loading. All right, SharpLink buys another 259 million in Ethereum for their treasury. Nothing new there. Let's refresh this and see anything else is popping up here. And nope, that is about it. Owning a full Bitcoin in 2025. How rare is it? Again, another opinion piece for those who like to know. So yeah, people who own one Bitcoin is likely closer to little less than 1 million people on the planet. And in terms of addresses, and of course holding multiple addresses, maybe even smaller than that, because this is all just basically generated on the top 100 wish list that we cover every once in a while. This is of course all the balances on all wallets you can see here. If you hold a full Bitcoin, there's only 3.47 million holding at least one coin, or a 0.1 to 1 coin. 1 to 10 coins, just under a million. Again, where they're getting that number, which again, this could point to multiple wallets held by the same entity as well. Could be much lower than that. You might be even looking at somewhere around 400,000, 500,000 people on the planet holding at least one Bitcoin. Still crazy early, guys. If you can get to one Bitcoin, you are saving you and your family a ton of headache in the future, and of course, financial freedom and generational wealth. Okay, that's of course my biased take on where Bitcoin's headed, and allocation and wallets and whatever. I just got to tell you how it is, guys. It's very biased. I'm very pro Bitcoin, if you haven't figured that out already. All right, so JP Morgan eyes crypto-backed loans. We already mentioned that. Let's refresh this here on the Daily Hodl. Nothing else breaking here as well. Let's get back into Daily Hodl. Billionaire Jack Dorsey, Bitcoin treasury company Block, joins the S&P 500 index. Again, we still have all these other companies, again, by proxy in the S&P 500. We're giving exposure to Bitcoin, to all of the normies. They're just holding the SP 500 index, the SPY, right? Michael Saylor's company's still not in there. I don't think he's still been approved yet. But all these other companies are a bit by proxy. Again, Bitcoin companies are in there. So now I think there's going to be a total of 4, and it'll be about 4 or 5 with Michael Saylor's company as he's added, hopefully soon. Records of 1.9 million Americans at risk as names, addresses, medical histories, and more potentially stolen by hacker report. This is, again, happening like every month now. It's ridiculous. Benjamin Cohen issues altcoin warning, predicts alts will now bleed against Ethereum. Interesting. Peter Schiff says the opposite. What does he know for sure? What the hell does he know? Fundstrat's Tom Lee also betting big on Ethereum. And of course, Kathy Wood as well. I would say, yeah, I don't know about that one, guy. I don't know about that one. Again, opinion pieces everywhere. Venture capital firm launches $360 million crypto treasury company focused on an Arthur Hayes-backed Athena, ENA. Venture capitalists are forming a new firm based on accumulating stablecoin-focused crypto project Athena. Oh, man. What else we got here? JP Morgan Chase forced to halt a $1.1 billion lawsuit against fintech firm executives report. A lot of this stuff's really not heavy, crypto-heavy news. 44 million vanishes from crypto exchange after internal account. Again, guys, not your keys, not your cheese. Make sure you have your own cold storage wallet and hold your coins in self-custody. Guys, be your own bank. Don't rely on the big companies to hold it for you. 250,000 Bitcoin price makes sense according to Fundstrat's Tom Lee. Again, very bullish on both Ethereum and Bitcoin. Right, see, Trump media stock rallies as company reveals $2 billion in Bitcoin stash. That's, of course, President Trump's company. I knew exactly what they're talking about with that number. Yeah, we're getting into pretty much yesterday's news. Let's refresh this real quick on the Daily Hodl. That's pretty much up to date. Goldman Sachs spots ominous economic signal brewing in China, creating headwinds for a 2025 growth report. All right, yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We got pretty much all of the news covered, the breaking stuff we found, and still nothing out of Trump this morning. Deal tracker breakdown of current Trump's tariffs. Anything else happening right now? Trump admin going saving accounts to newborns, of course, with his Trump fund, right? That's what they're calling it. Bipartisan senators Fetterman and Kramer introduced cash payments bill. We talked about that yesterday. Humanoid robots show promise in hospital trials for assisting with medical procedures. Yeah, of course. Why would you have a human do it when you have robots and AI technology that can do it the most precise as ever? Trump absolutely going to renegotiate with USMC, says Lutnick. Okay. All right. Trump's potential picks to replace Fed trial. Yeah, it's all same stuff we've covered all week. All right, let's see what else we got. CNBC. Open door shares are surging again as, was it Beebs? Beebs pushed this one on us as well, putting that to the front. Epstein file stuff, you know, the files stuff. I'm gonna get banned talking about that stuff too. JP Morgan downgrades Lululemon. See stock moving sideways from here. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing else or pertaining to crypto this morning that we haven't already talked about. A lot of companies going out of business, and then the usual stuff. Trump Media builds $2 billion Bitcoin hoard. And that's my alarm to close it up, guys. I gotta get on the road and get to that appointment at the quack proctor. That's right. It's my first time going to a chiropractor, so I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this either. But hopefully I'll feel better after this. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what we got. Fed's still kind of, or the meeting's still kind of going on. Again, Jerome Powell ain't going to come front and talk about anything. He is in the background just hanging out, see? So he's back there just hanging out. But he won't have anything for us, solid, you know, in terms of a solid speech or anything, or addressing the markets until about 2:30. And again, this is not a Fed chair meeting. They're not going to make policy changes here at this meeting. He's just going to be talking about the economy and the current state of it. So get some sort of little, you know, price action, crazy, you know, volatility, maybe, but it's not going to be like a Fed rate decision day. And again, keep an eye out for, again, Trump talking about or giving, oh, there's Kevin O'Leary. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Okay, wait.
Wearing a watch. He joins me now. Edward, what's the latest?
I might have to stay a little late for this.
Yeah, I am not wearing a watch, but can I borrow one from Kevin? That's my big question. Yeah, AstraZeneca, that's the one. But first, there was actually another big announcement on Fox Business this morning. The Treasury Secretary says that he's going to Stockholm, Sweden to talk to the Chinese again about a trade deal.
We already read that headline. All right. I was hoping that he was talking about in crypto investments and that sort of thing, and then rolling that into policy. And when Trump actually comes out and talks about it or anything, no, we need to know what's going on with that, man. Are we just gonna get? It's gonna be a nothing. It's gonna be a nothing burger, like last time when they said they'd tell us how many coins they're holding and didn't tell us at all for 6 freaking months. God damn it! This freaking country. All right. Let's get back in the chat before we head out and see how you guys are feeling after today. OG Boban says, my top holdings, XCN, Jasmine, and Swiftcoin. Oh, nice, OG. That's a nice bag there. I only buy on Revolut. Okay, gotcha. My top bags right now keep fighting each other. That's Jasmine and ZBCN. They keep flipping each other. But I think Zbeck is winning right now in my bags, other than my Bitcoin holdings. Yeah, I'm also holding a big chunk of is Swiftcoin, of course, XCN. I have like 6 or 7 coins I'm holding for this cycle. I hope you feel better. Thank you, Jake. Thank you again. Hidegger says, best of luck at the cryo. You'll be all right. I hope so, man. I literally haven't gone to the doctor at all in like 5 years, 6 years, most of my life. Yeah, this whole cryo thing, I don't know how I feel about it. Later, everyone says Milk Money. Have a great day. That's right, guys. Have a great day. Am I going to see Otaku on Instagram getting sent to anime heaven by chiropractor? Oh, I hope not. But if I do, I hope there's a whole bunch of anime girls there. Jesus. Those videos of guys wrenching people's backs and yanking necks are crazy. Yeah, thank God there's nothing wrong with my neck, I hope. Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna get a x-ray today. We'll find out. Yes, the Ringa Dinga ones. God, guys are crazy. Oh God. Tell Thor I said hello, says Jake the Snake. Yes. We're 2 days away from Thor's Day as well. Kevin Bigley says the chiropractor like Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and pop. You guys are giving me freaking shivers before I go in there. God damn it. I don't know if I want to do this now. Oh no. Okay, guys. Well, have a great day. I hope you have a good one. And keep an eye out for, again, Trump saying something about crypto policy today on the back of all the bills he signed. And Powell, again, keep an eye out for Powell and his remarks at 2:30 p.m. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Have a great day, and I will see you tonight with Crypto Chaos Magic, where we burn all the bennies. Burn more of this silly shit tonight. All right, have a good one, guys. Crypto Otaku signing out. Later.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a monshot. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
I couldn't find the damn thing to come back for the credit scene. All right, guys. Well, actually, we just got a little bit of, I guess, the first negative day in the U.S. stock market in 7 days. It's crazy. That'll be the first negative day. We'll see how that goes after, Powell comes out and talks and addresses the market. Yeah. And yes, the anime waifus are waiting for you. They're up there, buddy. Thanks, Jake the Snake. I'll keep that on my mind as I go in for some Snap, Crackle, Pop today. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just watch some of those videos first, and they'll be there waiting for you. Thanks again, guys, for all the love and support. I love you. I'll see you guys again tonight. Have a good one, guys. Peace.